Landscape design for me started at a very early age. It had something to do with open spaces. I just wanted to mash everything up in the garden. So come with some crazy, maybe funny ideas, implement them and see what the actual outcome would be from these designs. My name is Denis-Killarney from Killarney. I'm a garden designer.
My name is Kate OShea. I'm from Killarney and I've lived in Muckross for over 20 years. And I am very interested in gardening and having a place of serenity to go to after a stressful day. Before we decided to do up the garden, we wanted to create a place of tranquility and a place for entertaining and a place where I can potter. I enjoy pottering in the garden of an evening when the sun is shining. We had reseeded a number of years ago and done some draining on the garden, but it hadn't produced the results that we wanted and it was still very marshy and boggy. So we knew that that would be a problem initially. So before we decided to create any kind of space for ourselves, we knew that there was a lot of drainage that would have to be done first.
For Kate's garden, it was very important that she had come with a list. She wanted it to be wildlife friendly, a lot of colour. She wanted areas to socialise with her friends. She wanted areas to chill out, where she could find a bit of mindfulness in the garden.
Well, inviting wildlife into the garden was a big thing for me, absolutely. And we are very interested in bees and butterflies.
We know as a garden designer, part of our job is if a client, for example, wants a wildlife-friendly garden, there are certain plants that we can actually implement into the garden that can bring that wildlife in. For example, the summerfly bush, Buddleia davidia, is an absolutely beautiful bush to attract butterflies. Stuff like Rudbeckia is another lovely plant. Brings in the bees, butterflies, and so on. And we did also have an area where there's a wild meadow, and there's going to be a lot of poppies and wildflowers that's going to be coming through, which is going to again enhance that whole experience of wildlife in the garden. Well, one initial problem that we came across was when we started breaking ground at the very start of the garden process. But when we started digging down, we came across electrical cables. We thought a little bit about it because we still wanted to keep the initial design and the whole feel of the design. So what we did was we looked at maybe moving the pond in closer to the side, and with having the conversation with the client, and we agreed, it actually materialized that it gave us actually more planting space, which the client was very happy for. So
now my husband really wanted it to be maintenance free, but no garden is maintenance free. And then Dennis did suggest the not having any grass, any lawn there, and I struggled with that initially. But it has proven to be amazing and you don't miss it at all because we have so many plants and we have the water features and we have trees and we have bamboo trees and such a variety of plants. You really don't miss the lawn at all.
Another big challenge was the drainage factor. We knew that we had to create capillary drainage system in the garden, which meant that was going to affect certain areas. So originally planned, we were going to have a path that was going to come around the periphery of the garden, but that was not possible. So what we needed to do was, instead keeping in with the design, create the path to function in such a way that it still felt a natural flow in the garden. So that was again another one of these challenges that we had to look at and take careful consideration of how we were going to implement it. We found out very, very early in the design stage that Kate liked bright, vibrant colours. Now, there are certain flowers that will give you that, but in general, there'd be a kind of a warm colour. So the very vibrant colour that came into the garden was through accessories, like flower pots, bird boxes.
A big for me as well was bringing colour into the garden. And I think we've really managed that with the planting and the accessories, but most of all the fence art. Deborah O'Connell O'Keefe completed the fence art for us. I chose a drawing, and I think she did an amazing job on it. We have two areas really, and one would be the one that's closest to the house, and that is our entertaining area, where we do a lot of barbecues and we have friends around for drinks in the evening. And then we have the second area where we have bean bags by the pond, and that is just amazing. It's an enclosed area, and it's just so tranquil to sit by the pond at whatever time.